top cop arrested and detained. The TPP reveals its nominees for the 2025 general elections. Mainridge Orientation Center reopens, and Caribbean Airlines assures that public safety remains a priority. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Friday, 31st January 2025. To our top story this evening. It has been confirmed that Police Commissioner Erla Harewood Christopher was arrested in connection with the unlawful procurement of firearms and accessories. According to reports presented at the TTPS's press conference today, Harewood Christopher and former SSA Director Roger Best were both arrested and remain in police custody. They are also facing charges of misbehavior in public office. This happened as the nation is currently under a state of emergency. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details.
For the first time in the nation's history, a commissioner of police has been arrested for an offense. The TTPS remained tight-lipped on the details, but according to Corporal Zahir Ali, Police Commissioner Erla Harewood Christopher and former SSA Director Roger Best are currently in police custody.
At this stage, we're investigating the unlawful procurement of firearms and accessories, and that will take us into the offense of misbehavior in public office, but it is not exhaustive. As the investigation continues, we may be looking at other offenses.
This follows a 10-month-long investigation. No information was provided regarding where Harewood Christopher or Best are currently being detained, how long they will remain in custody, the potential sentences they face if found guilty, or the evidence that led to their arrests. However, Corporal Ali confirmed that the constitutional rights of both individuals are being upheld.
The proactive steps that the police of TTPS is taking is to ensure, and I spoke about her constitutional right being observed strictly, that right to safety and security. We are taking a proactive step to ensure that there is no matter that may arise that may place her welfare at prejudice.
DCP Suzette Martin assured the public that they are working closely with the Director of Public Prosecutions on the matter before releasing further details.
As this investigation is still ongoing and is at a sensitive stage, we are unable to provide specific details about the nature of the arrest. It is important that we allow the investigation to unfold without interference.
At this stage, Deputy Police Commissioner Junior Benjamin is serving as acting top cop, while all other deputy commissioners continue to oversee their respective divisions.
Even at this time, we have deputy commissioners of police. Each deputy commissioner is given a responsibility, and each of those responsibilities totally compass all that is needed to ensure the effective and efficient working of the police service.
He expects that in due time, the Police Service Commission will announce the future of the Police Commissioner post. In the meantime, ACP Benjamin assured the public that the integrity of the police service remains strong, with officers continuing to carry out their duties with commitment.
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service remain very optimistic as we continue to enforce our anti-crime strategies. We are of the firm opinion that if we continue along this course and with the help of the public, we can see a further reduction.
Neither the Ministry of National Security nor the Prime Minister, who heads the National Security Council, has commented on the matter at this time. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The National Transformation Alliance, NTA, is urging the National Security Council, headed by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and the Minister of National Security, to provide urgent, clear communication regarding the reported arrests of Police Commissioner Erla Harewood Christopher and former SSA head Roger Best. Reports also indicate Chief of Defense Staff Air Vice Marshal Daryl Daniel has been questioned in an ongoing firearms investigation. The NTA warns that the lack of official updates fuels misinformation, speculation, and public uncertainty. Transparent communication is critical to maintaining public trust and national security. They call for immediate updates on the security situation, control measures, and any adjustments to the national alert level. With the country in a state of emergency, the NTA stresses the need for reassurance and clarity to address this unprecedented situation and restore public confidence. Earlier today, the TTPS confirmed that both Haywood Christopher and Best were arrested on charges of unlawful procurement of firearms and accessories, which can lead to other charges of misbehavior in public office. While the unprecedented arrest and detention of Police Commissioner Earl Haywood Christopher is embarrassing, according to Martin George, chairman of the Tobago Business Chamber. He described the situation as a bad look for the country and its citizens.
It's an embarrassment for our entire national security apparatus, because we've heard that the former head of the SSA has also been arrested. We've heard that the senior officer from the Defense Force has also been arrested. So therefore you are talking, the top brass of what would have been your national security apparatus.
He said the situation has caused the public to lose trust and confidence in the TTPS, particularly at a time when crime is a major concern for citizens. For this reason, he's calling for immediate action from the Police Service Commission.
If it is that the commissioner is being questioned in relation to certain alleged offences, then it may be prudent for the Police Service Commission at this time to issue a directive sending her on administrative leave immediately and making steps to appoint an acting commissioner in her stead.
George added that this situation is too alarming to ignore or be kept behind closed doors, stressing the need for transparency and swift resolution.
It is not possible to ignore this or pretend that this isn't happening. There have been previous iterations of the Police Service Commission which have chosen to remain numb and dumb in the face of, raging crises within the service. This is not an option anymore.
According to George, instead of the country functioning in a state of emergency, this situation has now shifted to functioning in a state of insecurity. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49SWIFT 4979438.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, buljoil and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
Welcome back. The Beneath the Surface series featured on the Good Morning Tobago show concluded today with an interview featuring Farley Augustine, Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly. During his appearance, he outlined the vision of the Tobago People's Party and announced the party's key objectives leading up to the upcoming general elections. Here's more.
Secretary and political leader of the Tobago People's Party, Farley Augustine, said his party's vision is to establish a truly indigenous political movement that empowers and represents the interests of Tobagonians.
What we are building is a robust democratic institution that's an indigenous standalone Tobago party. Because from our perspective, Tobago's development can only be had when Tobagonians take charge of their development without outside interference.
He disclosed that around January 8th, the party received a list of nominees, which is currently being reviewed by action groups. He further announced that the candidate screening process will take place over a 2-day period on February 4th and 5th.
Last week, after receiving nominations around the 8th of January, last week, all action groups were notified, and action groups are now busy assessing all of the nominees, and we will have our screening 4th and 5th of February. So that's what Tuesday and Wednesday coming.
He expressed confidence that regardless of the final candidate selected for the Tobago East and West constituencies, that they will effectively represent the interest of all Tobagonians if given the opportunity to serve.
But I'm confident that whoever we send will be victorious, that Tobago will select the two TPP candidates as their MPs, because what we want are MPs who will go to Port of Spain and fight for Tobago.
The Chief Secretary announced that 8 nominees were selected to represent the Tobago East and West seats for the Tobago's People Party ahead of the upcoming general election. The nominees for Tobago West are Trevor James, current area representative for Mount Pleasant, Mount Grace, and Barry Andre Nelson. The nominees for the Tobago East constituency are William Nurse, former Commissioner of Police, David Joseph Thomas, former Deputy Chief Fire Officer, Max Albert James, former Assemblyman between 1996 and 2001, Anselin Dobson Richards, William Trim, former Head of Forestry Department, and Anne Natisha II, Chairman of the Tobago People's Party. Joshel Dan, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Caribbean Airlines is pushing back against claims that safety has been compromised following the emergency landing of flight BW1541 on January 27th. The airline insists that passenger safety remains its top priority and that it strictly adheres to both local and international aviation regulations. Caribbean Airlines operates under globally recognized safety standards, including those set by the International Civil Aviation Organization and the IATA Operational Safety Audit. The airline said it also maintains FAA-approved repair station status, meaning its maintenance team meets rigorous international aviation requirements. In response to the emergency landing, Caribbean Airlines says it has followed all necessary procedures. This includes withdrawing the relevant personnel from active duty and working closely with authorities on a thorough investigation. The airline has dismissed TTAL-PA's claims as reckless and assures the public that it remains fully committed to upholding the highest safety and regulatory standards. You're watching the Tobago Updates television news. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
Welcome back. And just a correction to a previous story. Trevor James is the area representative for Scarborough Mount Grace and not Mount Pleasant, Mount Grace. Now to this. The Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development officially recommissioned Tobago's Main Ridge Orientation Center. The recommissioning was attended by Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, Secretary Natisha Charles Pantin, Administrator Sherry-Ann Edwards-Louis, and representatives from the Tour Guide Association. The upgraded center features a weather-resistant exterior, renovated interiors, and improved washrooms for better accessibility. A redesigned concession area now supports local vendors, while a new guard booth enhances security. The Department of Natural Resources and Forestry will also use the space for training and workshops. As part of the Main Ridge Forest Reserve, the oldest protected rainforest in the Western Hemisphere, the center aims to boost ecotourism and education. The division stated that these upgrades reflect the THA's commitment to preserving its natural heritage while promoting sustainable development. Well, earlier today, the Tobago House of Assembly hosted its Thanksgiving service at the Shore Park complex. The event was themed, "We have come this far by faith." Speaking at the event was Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, who said, despite Tobago experiencing its most challenging year in 2024 with a record of 26 murders, it is by God's grace and faith that the island has persevered and arrived to this point.
And for many of us, we could have easily gotten caught in that dangerous cycle. But the fact that we are alive today, the fact that we are still, as an island, going to sleep without burglar proofing on our windows and doors, is a sign that we've come this far by faith.
Drawing from the Bible, Augustine referenced 2 Kings chapter 2, which recounts the divided nation of Israel and their victory over the Moabites. He emphasized that despite any divisions within Tobago, all Tobagonians share a common enemy and must unite in the face of adversity.
Though we may appear divided at this time, we have a single enemy. There is a single enemy to Tobago's progress, and it requires all of us unifying and standing together. The king of Israel, the king of Judah, and the king of Edom came together in an act of faith. Perhaps they didn't like each other head. Perhaps one was blue, one was red, and one was green. But they came together in that moment because their single enemy was the Moabites.
He encouraged Tobagonians to continue operating in faith and remain steadfast in overcoming challenges.
Ditch nonetheless. You will not see wind, you will not see rain, you may not even see cloud, but dig the ditches by faith. Dig the ditches by faith because God is our great provider. And if He has brought us this far by faith, He will take us all the way.
As the high school journey nears its end for students at Scarborough Secondary School, excitement is giving way to concern among parents and guardians over the steep cost of graduation packages. With the most affordable option starting at $160 and the premium package reaching nearly $3,000, many families are struggling to afford what should be a milestone celebration. Several parents argue that the high costs place an unfair burden on households, particularly in challenging economic times. The proposed graduation packages range from the bronze package, which only includes a framed portrait and certificate, to the platinum package, which offers a full experience, including the ceremony, dinner, cap, stole-framed portrait, yearbook, and guest accommodations. Some parents worry that students whose families opt for the lower tier packages may feel excluded as they miss out on key events like the graduation dinner or even the ceremony itself. School administrators have emphasized their commitment to making the event meaningful for all students and have provided installment payment options. However, for some families, even the lowest cost options remain out of reach. With the January 31st deadline for payment, parents are calling for a reassessment of the costs or additional financial assistance to ensure that no student is left behind on this important day. Our weather report is up next. Do stay with us.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions, powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
Tonight I am here with the Giant African Snail Eradication Team, a small but dedicated team of men who work tirelessly every night to help suppress and eventually eradicate the giant African snail in the infested areas of Tobago. The giant African snail, as you know, is a pest of several species of plants and is also the vector of the rat lungworm that can cause meningitis in humans. Tonight we want to emphasize the need for public participation. We have our dedicated staff here who work tirelessly on a regular basis to eradicate new spaces. However, the exercise will only be effective if we have cooperation and coordination with members of the public. How can you help to help us eradicate the giant African snail, you may ask? You can do that by checking the division's Facebook page every Monday and you will see the eradication schedule. If you have the time, you can avail yourself by calling or WhatsApping 482-7528, which is the Plant Protection Hotline, and volunteer to work alongside the eradication team. Why is that important to come out and work with the eradication team? We have 5 men here working, but if we have an additional 5 pair of eyes, more snails can be intercepted. So we are calling on everyone who has the time and is able to come out with your closed-toe footwear, preferably boots, but anything that covers your toes, and of course a torch, and come prepared to help us collect and destroy these dangerous and destructive pests.
Now for a look at the weather weekend update from the TNT Met office. So tonight you can expect generally fair conditions despite a few showers after midnight. Temperatures will be around 25 degrees Celsius. For tomorrow, a few spotty showers favoring the morning period will interrupt a generally hazy and at times breezy condition. Daytime temperatures will reach 30 degrees Celsius while nighttime lows will be around 25 degrees Celsius. On Sunday, mainly sunny, slightly hazy, and at times breezy, despite the low chance of 1 or 2 isolated showers. A fair to partly cloudy night is expected, with showers particularly after midnight. Seas will be moderate to rough throughout the weekend, with waves near 2.5 to 3 meters in open waters and 1.5 to occasionally rough in sheltered areas. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. As a recap of our headlines: top cop arrested and detained. The TPP reveals its nominees for the 2025 general elections. Main Ridge Orientation Center reopens, and Caribbean Airlines assures that public safety remains a priority. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night and an even greater weekend.